Hi. So, where did we get to last time, everyone? Those of you here. I'm guessing everyone who is here is fine with 999 spoilers. So, at the end of last stream, my brain was so blown that I didn't really speak so much. But, oh god. Alright. Just while this is going on. Oh, so Ace was the bad guy, if it wasn't obvious. But the other endings made me suspicious of him. And then as soon as Santa said that Ace was the leader of Cradle Pharmaceuticals, I was like, oh, it's over. It's GG's. He's definitely the killer. That was interesting. But there's still so many, like I had so many questions still. Like, who is Guy X is the main thing. Like, Zero just had an extra guy. It was like, oh, you could just go kill this guy instead. I was just, who? What? That's interesting. Who is Zero in the first place? If it is that guy, that's the end of the axe ending. Why does Zero only die at the end of the axe ending instead? Why is the Zero bracelet a 6 instead? I don't understand that. Is that tied into June? Like, because June is 6 as well?
What the hell?
All these are rhetorical questions, by the way. Yeah, and then who are the other people in the Cradle Pharmaceuticals 4 that Zero lists out? Why is Zero like? Oh, I don't. There's so many questions I still have. Anyway, so this is what we've done so far. I need to somehow get to this ending here, which I believe is gonna come from... See, I always take these paths. So I guess not going through door 6. So if I go through door 7 again, and then go through door... Oh, sorry, not going through door 8. So going through door 7 instead, I believe, would get me to the other ending. By the looks of this. So let's teleport to... Oh. I imagine that has... My guess is that it's because I'm not gonna... I won't get the information from Clover that Snake has a prosthetic arm. That's my guess, which is gonna change things. I think that's the only big thing that I noticed. This one here? So this is door 1, this is door 6, and this is door 2. This one, this is door 3, 7, and 8. Oh, sorry, 7, 8, 3. Oh, he was asking a question. But it's okay. Just wanted to be safe. Okay, so let's go to here. Oh, actually, I don't need to go. I could just go to here. Good. If I choose this one, will the game lock me into...
I see. I believe I understand what you're saying.
No, okay. So I don't have to play through all these escape rooms again. Although I like this one, but okay. Yeah, and now it's locked. So it looks like I won't get to this end. So let's... Where does this take me? Oh, all the way back here! So this is when Ace, Santa, June, and I have just left the escape room, I believe. Yeah, they took the elevator up to C deck. Once there, they headed back towards the main hall and the central staircase.
Look,
It didn't take
it's
them long.
Seven and Lotus.
Yeah, so we reunite with Seven and Lotus. This is, so for those of you who don't know, this is where they came up and said that Clover was missing. I don't know if that's still going to be the same. We'll see. They don't look too happy.
We've got a problem.
Clover is gone.
What?
Okay. Junpei and his three companions looked at one another. He turned back to Seven
What
and
do you
Lotus.
mean, gone?
No, we've discovered the ninth door in the church, and now we've gone back. So we've discovered both the 9 doors, and now we've gone back to reunite with all the others to tell them about the ninth door, and then these two tell me this. Hi Buck, good to see you. Santa, Ace, and June had their own questions to ask.
Why?
You two went into door 1 with Clover, didn't you?
Seven and Lotus responded as best
Yeah,
they could.
went through the door together.
But Clover barely spoke to us.
She just did her own thing the whole time.
Wow, already? Wait, all 3 of the games, Buck? What? That's so fast. Jeez, you must have gone addicted. Oh, just the 2. Like, that's not still crazy. Crazy fast.
There were 4 rooms on the other side of door 1.
She wouldn't let us into the 4th room
She
Okay.
just said, I'll take care of this one.
So this is the captain's
and
quarters.
shut the door.
She must have blocked it with something on the other side.
We waited for a while, but Clover didn't come out.
We called for her, but she didn't answer.
See, I feel like... So Zero is not dead in this one. Because she would have said something about the body. But she still gets the Zero
I
bracelet.
kicked down the door and we went into the room.
But
They don't say anything about the dead body here.
Clover wasn't there.
There was a door on the other wall.
And it was open.
Tapioca.
We figure she opened the door and left by herself.
What endings do I have? I have the submarine one, the safe one, and the axe one.
We ran after her, of course, but
Well, obviously we didn't find her. We figured that much out.
Clover's gone.
Junpei thought for a
When
moment.
did this happen?
We got here just before you.
You certainly have excellent timing.
So you haven't searched anywhere other than near the staircase?
Akura! Just...
No, we haven't.
Finally, Ace spoke. Oh, I hate you. I hate you. He did this only to just kill Clover.
Very well then. We'd best separate and look for Clover.
No.
We haven't much
He-
time left.
He has the gun at this point as well. He has the gun at this point.
Yeah.
Ugh. There were quick nods all around, and the 6 remaining players spread out. Junpei and June ran to the central hospital room and looked
She's
around.
not here.
No, she isn't.
They searched a little longer. This is all the same, but with no luck, they couldn't find Clover.
There's no sign of her. Let's go.
Finally, they gave up and left the central hospital room. Slowly, they made their way back to the hallway. At last, they reached the stairs, and Junpei
All right.
spoke.
I'm thinking we should probably split up. I'll head back to the stairs and take the elevator down to E deck. June, you can take the stairs up to B deck.
All right, that sounds good.
Is this what happened last
But,
time?
What?
I don't...
Could you stop calling me by that code name when we're alone?
No, this is different. I don't remember this.
Huh? Oh,
Last time, this is
sure, right.
This is when I went to Clover.
I'll do
I went straight to Clover, who is on A deck, dead. I don't know if she's dead in this one. There was a reason Junpei persisted in calling her June, even when they were alone. Although, perhaps not the best reason. He was embarrassed to call her by the nickname he'd used when they were children. Arnie. Oh, this is when you officially know about the nickname. Because before, you only hear it when she's about to die. Oh yeah, that was a rhetorical question, by the way, but it's fine because I figured it out. When I said, is this different or not? Sorry, I should have been clearer about that. 9 years ago, it came naturally. After all, they were children. But now that they were adults, it felt strange. regardless of what he might hope for. All the woman he wasn't dating by such a childish nickname felt odd to him. But why do I decide to go to E deck instead of A deck? Or whichever deck the first class rooms are in? Is it solely because I didn't hear about... Oh, is it solely... This is rhetorical. It might solely be because I know Snake is... Or I think Snake is dead. I'm guessing. I guess. Of course, to call her Miss Kurashiki would be even more awkward, and simply Kurashiki would seem too brusque. And although he couldn't put his finger on why, it felt somewhat forward to call her Akane when they hadn't seen each other for so long. In short, it was simply easier for him to call her June and leave it at that.
Jumpy.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
All right, I'm going then.
Yeah, be careful, Kane.
Aww. June, or perhaps more appropriately Kani, blushed and
You
smiled.
be careful too, Jumpy.
Yeah, got it. Take care.
Yeah, so the game, it forced me through door 5, and then we go through door 7, and then 6. For this ending. Junpei looked after her for a moment as she ran up the stairs, then turned around and took off for the hallway. I don't know if Clover's dead in this one. I imagine Ace wouldn't have done anything different, so Clover's probably dead. We're going down to E deck. Oh god. Tragedy always strikes when one least expects it. But to wait for a man to stand before striking him down seemed almost crueler than dealing the fatal blow while he lies on the ground. The light in a dark place, June's smile had given him hope, both for escape and possibly for something else. It was that hope that raised his spirits just enough that they might soon be fully dashed. He opened the elevator. The door, and there she was. Is Clover dead here instead? A woman that's... No! What? Why? What? Why? Her body was limp and her skin smooth and pale as always. Was covered in bright red blood. What? Why is she dead in this one? We didn't do anything different. Lotus didn't do anything different. Why did Ace choose to kill her this time? I'm so confused. Junpei felt his chest constrict. He couldn't breathe, and his legs began to shake. A slow, cold drop of sweat trickled down his back. He felt his stomach somersault. Junpei's mind went blank, all his thoughts replaced with endless hissing white. He doesn't have a bracelet on either. Driven by little more than instinct, he began to walk towards Lotus slowly. Each slow movement of his stiff limbs brought him closer to a corpse. You didn't miss much, Ezzy. We're doing the other ending now. Was it left hand? Okay. Finally, he stood next to her. Robotically, he bent down and put his hand against her neck. There was no pulse. No rise and fall of breathing. She was slightly warm. Something, somewhere in Junpei's shaken mind, told him that she had been killed recently. Yes, Junpei thought, his mind slowly returning. She had been killed. Someone had killed her. There was a deep cut on the left side of her chest. Blood still oozed from it, although clearly her heart had stopped beating some time ago. The weapon had been... Yeah, it was Ace. Well, oh yeah, obviously. But the weapon had been a knife then? Perhaps she had been stabbed in the heart once. She would have died immediately. He took little comfort from knowing she must have suffered very little. Only then did Junpei notice. Lotus's bracelet was gone. Okay. Okay. Like this one. Is that why the killer had ended Lotus's life? So that they might have had the number 8 bracelet? We know why now! If that was true, then the killer was whoever wanted the number 8 bracelet. Or perhaps more accurately, the person who would gain the most by obtaining— oh, this game hints at you. If I hadn't done any of the other endings, this game hints at you. Who is that? Who would benefit the most from the number 8 bracelet? The thought had only just entered Junpei's mind. I'm dead already? What? The thought had only just entered Junpei's mind when he heard a noise, a sound like a sharp knife cutting through wet meat. It struck him as strange that the noise came from inside his own body. A moment later, the pain hit him. It wasn't merely pain, there was heat, extreme heat as well. He felt as though molten iron had been splashed against the side of his body. Finally, his brain made the connection. He had been stabbed. But where? His body was quickly going numb. He couldn't tell why the knife had met his flesh. Given the circumstances, however, he had most likely been stabbed in the back. Whoever had killed Lotus had now done the same to Junpei as well. His voice was little more than a weak groan. With what little strength he had left, Junpei turned his body, trying to catch a glimpse of his attacker. But as he did, the knife dug itself in deeper, twisting viciously. He collapsed to the floor, a puppet with its strings cut. His arms and leg lay where they fell, oddly twisted and awkwardly positioned. I'm guessing the game is not going to tell me that that's Ace, because they didn't for the submarine ending either. Junpei's body was entirely numb. He could feel the blood leaking out of him, but nothing would move. Nothing, save his eyes. As he lay on the floor, his life ebbing away, Junpei finally saw his attacker. 2 tiny images of the killer reflected in his eyes. That recognition came nothing. He felt no emotions, not anger, nor— oh, so— the game— so Junpei actually sees him, but it doesn't tell us still. He felt no emotions, not anger, not sadness, not regret. The paralysis that had claimed his body had reached his mind. His killer glanced down at his body. Then, without a word, climbed into the elevator and was gone. Ow! Eyesight began to fade. The world grew blurry and began to dissolve into an empty white fog. The fog crept into the edges of his mind and worked inexorably inward. Soon, it swallowed up the loss that remained of Junpei's mind, and his consciousness left him. There was nothing more. Into utter emptiness he fell. Into zero. Whatever Junpei had been was gone. Ow. What's that, the knife ending? Yep. Is that what it says, right? Yeah. Well, they're all after objects, so I figured it wouldn't be like the blood ending. Well, thanks for the stream, everyone. I'll see. No, Ned already told me it was going to be a fast ending. Wow, I kind of wish I'd gotten that one before the safe ending. Obviously, like, I can't plan it. Because that would have just made me think more about the whole thing. There's just one left. Alright. Well. Yeah, so the game hints at you. Someone who needs the the 8th bracelet. I guess it hints at you here as well. Because...
Jumpy! Clover!
Found what?
Because... Ace is like... This is when I first... Oh, I guess I only thought about it afterwards.
Hey.
Suspected Ace. Because I was like, why is Ace just leaving?
Lotus, would you be so kind as to go
Yeah,
with
this, right?
Go
It was so fishy.
We'll still
So
talk about
I initially thought that he had taken the 9th bracelet and escaped with Lotus because I didn't know that he was a bad guy. I thought at this point that Clover was the bad person when I first played it, and that Ace was just trying to leave. But he probably killed
I'm
Lotus,
would that be a
took her
problem for you?
bracelet.
That wasn't... I was hoping you would...
So, where was it you wanted to take me?
There's something I wanted to show you.
Yeah.
Hey man, what the hell? I'm not important.
Well, it's not like that. Once I've shown Lotus, I'll show you.
Really?
Of course.
Fine. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Thanks, Junpei. Are you coming, Lotus?
Fine. Doesn't look like they're going to be back anytime soon. I might as well go and see whatever it is you think is so important.
Thank you. Well then, shall we go?
Oof. Alright. Okay, no,
They're so
not.
slow.
No, I'm not watching it again. I don't want to get axed again. Alright. Well. So, my first playthrough. So this is the true ending. My first playthrough, I was on the right path. I just missed these keys. Well, I missed some of them. I hit these two. And then I believe I missed this one. Or... No, I think I hit this one and I missed this one. But I don't know what... I don't know... Interesting. Okay, well let's jump back to here. This is through door 4. Wow, I can't believe I almost got the true ending on my... on my first playthrough. No, I'm guessing. I just assume that the keys unlock the endings because of the locks. Yeah. Like, I unlocked this ending, I unlocked this lock, and it put me here. And then I didn't unlock it, and it put me here. And then this one I didn't unlock, and it put me here. So, that's my guess. Wait, why are these ones already unlocked? What? I haven't done anything. Okay. Obviously don't tell me. but okay, well, I'm gonna go through the entire thing again, I guess. Let's see, how much do I remember? Okay, oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, how's your fever? You...
Okay, I'll skip through all the... Oh! See, I have a feeling it's to do with these choices. Well, I've already unlocked it. So, I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I guess this one
By the
doesn't matter.
way, how did you end up here?
What do you mean?
There was a man with a gas mask when you got home at night.
See, who is that? Obviously, that's the
Jesse?
question. I'm just skipping through all of this because we already had it. I want to go through the room. Wait, what did she say if I say the actual?
The actual?
The actual Titanic? You mean it, like, slipped through time and ended up here? Before the ship sunk on April 14th, 1912?
Huh? What the hell are you smoking?
Huh? Did I get it wrong?
No, that's not. I mean, come on. I mean, slipped through time. I was talking about the controversy surrounding the Titanic.
Controversy? What do you mean?
Haven't you heard of it? It's pretty famous, you know. The Titanic had a sister ship it was called the Olympic.
Oh, yes, I have heard of that. I think I heard it was troubled by a lot of problems, and the company that owned it didn't know what to do with it, right? So they made the Olympic up to look just like the brand new
Sorry, I just
Titanic.
realized.
That's right. They also took out a huge insurance policy on it before
Oh,
it set
I guess it
sail.
doesn't matter because I've already heard
That
all
would
these
mean that
thoughts.
the real Titanic never sank.
Yeah, the ships got swapped. The real Titanic was renamed the Olympic in secret. They used it as a passenger ship for more than 20 years.
Hey, wait a minute. Wouldn't that mean it retired in 1935?
Huh? Well, yeah, I guess sometime around then, yeah.
Well, what happened to it after that?
I heard it was dismantled.
Dismantled. Then it doesn't matter, does it? Whichever boat the real Titanic was, it doesn't exist anymore. It was either retired and dismantled, or sunk in the Atlantic by the curse. But then that would mean that this ship is...
Wait, what did you just say?
Huh?
Sank in the Atlantic because of what?
The curse.
What do you mean, a curse?
A curse is a curse. This one is the curse of the
Oh, okay,
Egyptian
I've heard
mummy,
this before.
supposedly, which was stolen.
Oh, weird conspiracy theories. Okay. Was it under this pillow? Aww. See, I'm not sus of June. I'm just wondering why the bracelet was 6 instead of 0. But she definitely is wearing a 6 bracelet, so I don't know. After. It's a Funyurimpa. It's a Funyurimpa. I think that's the only thing I needed from him. Oh, the key was for the other thing. It's been a while. It's lit. Sorry, I'm going through these pretty quickly, so I've already done them. I need the curtain. Oh, that's where I got the key from. From the candle. Yeah. Okay. Leave. Here. Now we have all 3 of the
June.
tiles.
Here, take this. A bookmark? What is this for? Do you want me to read a book?
I found it in between some of the cushions on the sofa. Pretty sure it ain't gonna be any help to us.
Then why don't you hold on to it?
You know what I hate most in the world?
Oh, yeah.
Hope, faith, love.
See, these weird tangents that the characters are going on. I don't know what they're for.
Faith.
Damn straight.
And you...
Like, I understand why
hate these
7
things?
talked about being a cop, but like this thing, and then he's,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
got a
know.
problem with...
What is a book?
Well, and that means it's, well...
Leaf word. Hope, the meat.
I have every ending
So-
but the true ending, I
yeah.
believe,
I want you to
according
take
to
it,
the
okay?
flowchart.
Just touching it gives me... Take the day... Here.
Okay, I'm guessing this is probably because I give it to Clover later. Well, that's what I did in my first playthrough, so I'm
Alright.
gonna take it. I'm guessing that's
I think-
some kind of
yeah,
use.
hope. Well,
What?
that's nothing. I just...
What?
Nah. Maybe back... This is... I'm a little...
Then why do you hate...
Yeah, let's skip to this.
You mean... So, we have...
Don't...
Of course, that's why
What?
Huh?
you don't. No, it's derived. While you know, like to his body.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I was thinking about. So Clover, if I'm getting this correct, Clover thought her brother was dead when he wasn't, and then she killed 3 innocent people instead of the real kill. And it's just, oh no, you don't realize that at all if you do it on your first playthrough. Wow. Well, to be honest, I don't know if they're innocent still. I don't know if the other 3 are bad. Like, Santa just seems weird. And Lotus is a mom, but I don't know. Like, the other 3 people in the Cradle Pharmaceutical Company are just interesting. Because Zero specifically says that this game was designed to punish all 4 of them. Which means all 4 of them have to be involved in some way. Yeah, and she won't be able to escape because the 0 bracelet is a 6, and the 9 door isn't the end because there's this huge incinerator. Anyway, so I don't know. Anyway. These. If I remember. It's a fun year. Key.
In a book. There's
Yeah, and then like they talk about the morph.
In essence,
This is why I'm getting
What part of
suspicious.
that
Why
isn't
do they know this stuff?
theory of
Telepathy?
Santa and
well,
Lotus.
perhaps not exactly.
Who do you think? I can't believe...
Yes, I read.
Why
that.
does
I
June
noticed
keep?
it.
That was another one of my questions. Why does June keep getting sick for no reason and then recover straight away?
I saw
Where
something
did?
like that
Okay,
in his
that's
book.
that was puzzling to me. So in the safe ending, June is in the chapel for some reason, and Santa isn't there with her for some reason. I don't know why Santa isn't there with her, and June is about to die, even though she hasn't been stabbed or anything. But Santa, these are rhetorical questions. But Santa isn't with her. I don't understand where Santa went. And then Junpei goes to look for her. Or Junpei goes to look for. What did he leave for? He left for some reason and then came back and then June wasn't there anymore and then he got smoked and the game was over and then Zero said he lost. I'm totally confused by how that ending happened. Because what's the reason for Santa leaving June if Santa is innocent? He heard the door. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, and then he came back and June wasn't there anymore? I have zero idea. Like, Santa, that's why Santa seems suspicious to me. Still. But he hasn't done anything else other than talk about this stuff. And then June, this whole... Okay, that was an unintended pun. I'm just gonna let this be auto.
Hey, what do you think this picture looks like?
What do you mean? Isn't it just like abstract
yeah,
or
like...
something like that? It's just black and white.
I don't understand where
There's
June
no
went,
meaning.
and June seems kind of suspicious to me as well, because
What about you, June?
because of that
Does it
ending,
look like anything to you?
and because the bracelet is a 6, the 0 bracelet is a 6 instead of a 0.
I guess it looks like maybe a dog. No, see, you got the head here, and then
Hi, Jel. Good to
See?
see you. I've already done Fun Your Impa, so
Oh,
and I loved
see.
it.
I guess
My
you've got
chat
a point.
made me do Fun Your Impa, and I'm glad they did.
How did you know? I didn't think you would have been able to guess that.
so now we know what it's a picture of, but I don't see.
A TV show from Great Britain. They took two, both.
Yeah,
but
like Lotus
these
and
two
Santa
pictures
talk about this
first,
stuff.
The other one. Let's just their experiment.
But I feel like if Santa was bad, he would have tried to take the gun as well. I don't know. There's something definitely weirder about Santa. And because I know that Lotus is a mum, and she had kids which were in the first game. Although, oh wait, Santa had his little sister, right? I don't know, dude.
First,
I don't
they
know.
sent it to Ireland, the U.S., Africa. Then, in each country.
Alright, well. Oh. We didn't have to go get it. Alright. We did it.
Ah, another hall.
Okay. Yeah, so we get here before they get to the casino. And then, okay, this is the one...
So it's a kitchen.
This is the one I think that was locked in my first playthrough. So I must have missed something here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that key was locked. So I have to figure this out. I'm gonna save my game. Just in case I miss it. What am I doing now? I'm trying to find the true ending. I'm trying to unlock all these keys. But I don't know what the keys are for. I don't want to know what the keys are for. I'm trying to figure that out myself to get to that ending. So I'm trying to figure out what I missed here. Can I type this in? Or is... Okay. Because I know it's 43 already. Go back to novel mode? Okay, I'll do that. What was the first thing I had to do here? Oh, it's to get the knife, right? And then she starts talking about some weird stuff again.
Futile.
You know.
Oh,
Oh, no, I was just thinking about futility.
So these words that are in bold are also kind of suspicious to me. First it was, what, hope, faith, luck, and something else. And then now it's
Huh? Why were
futility.
Well, it has
the Titanic.
Yep. Have you ever heard the story that the sinking of the Titanic?
Oh, there was a novel.
Yeah, it was written 14 years, but
I know. I mean, I didn't. The story was the.
yeah.
Well, I heard it was all a hoax.
Oh,
And I heard that the stuff that
Oh,
matched
I
up
didn't
to
choose
the
this
Titanic
option.
so well was actually apparently the only thing that was the same originally was that a boat ran into an iceberg and sank.
Why is that in bold?
but the novel was published in 1898, 14 years before the accident.
Like I said, that was the first print of the book. 14 years later, the author heard about what happened to the Titanic. He figured that was his chance, you know? He just went back and changed some stuff in his novel, so that it matched the Titanic exactly.
Really?
Really. There's no such thing as premonitions or any of that stuff.
But that wasn't the only book that predicted the Titanic sinking.
It wasn't?
Yep. There were 2 other similar stories written by a man named William Thomas Stead. Both of them before the accident.
Hi, Flying Fox. You haven't missed much, don't worry. I just got the knife ending. Yeah, so I don't know if anyone responded to this, but part of me wishes I got the knife ending first, because it would have made me think a little more. I think maybe the game intends for you to do the other 3 endings and then this one and then the true ending, I guess. Knife ending, it wasn't super interesting. So you know when I go to look for Clover, Flying Fox, in the safe ending, I go to look for Clover here, and instead I search downstairs instead of upstairs, and I find Lotus, and while I'm thinking about who could have killed Lotus, I get stabbed. Yeah, the game intends for you to do it that way. Well, I did axe and sub before. Although apparently I think I don't know, but I think I might have almost gotten the true ending on my first go, which would have been kind of annoying. No, I want it. My control stick isn't drifting anymore. Nice. Where's the... I want to get to this door. Of course, maybe I put some more on it. Yeah. Right, so we get locked in the freezer here.
What are you? It's.
Oh, I'll freeze solid. Sorry.
Yeah, and then we get locked in. Always by force. Okay. Grab the pork. Oh, grab that. Junpei picked up the dry ice with the sleeves, yeah.
Dry ice is just.
Yeah, hell of a.
Oh,
Carbon dioxide sub any warmer than that?
Yeah, we've had all this before. Oh. Crap, I probably shouldn't have skipped that. What was it? Oh yeah, June brought up. Was it June or someone brought up the idea of water that freezes at 90? I think it was 96 degrees. And I was like, why was it rather odd? But I wanted to get out of here. Let's see what it said.
It is kind of weird.
June answered.
But it can turn into a liquid. Carbon dioxide turns to liquid if you put it under high enough pressure. But at 1 atmosphere, normal air pressure...
It won't turn into a liquid, right?
That's right.
See, that is weird. Water's a liquid between 32 degrees and 212 degrees. So why isn't that the case for...
June replied with an answer that stunned
There's
both
a
of them.
kind of ice that doesn't...
Huh?
I heard about it. Its melting point is
Yeah,
96 degrees.
Ice with a melting point of 96 degrees?
You mean there's water that freezes at 96 degrees?
Yeah, well, you could also look at it
Why
as
do they know
ice
this?
that won't melt until it's 96 degrees.
Water that freezes at 96 degrees. Why is this in bold? This is so weird. Ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees. Junpei was cold as hell, but this was too interesting to ignore. Yeah, so this is different, because before I just wanted to get out of here. He did his best to warm up by rubbing his arms and stamping his feet, then put the question to June. I have not read Cat's Cradle.
So what's this ice with a melting point of 96 degrees called?
I heard it's called Ice 9.
It's in brackets?
Ice 9?
Originally, Ice 9 was a made-up substance invented by a science fiction author. But recently, scientists have discovered that such a substance actually exists.
Wait, hold up. So is this thing called Ice 9, or is it water?
Like I said, if the ice is over 96 degrees, it'll be liquid. If it's under that, it'll solidify. So, you could think of it as a polymorph of H2O. Here, think of it like diamonds and graphite. They're both made of carbon, right? But depending on the structure of the crystallization, the hardness and structure are completely different.
So you're saying normal water and this Ice 9 are like that?
Yup. Have you heard the story about the crystallization of glycerin? For 150 years after the discovery of glycerin, people cooled it, warmed it. They did all sorts of things to it. But whatever they did, it never crystallized. However, one day in 1920, some glycerin on its way to England by ship was discovered to have crystallized during the trip. Scientists around the world wanted to research this new crystallized form of glycerin and asked for seeds.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. What? My bad. Yeah, I was just pointing out, it's similar to what Seven said about the anhydrous ethyl stuff. How it just randomly changed because somebody whispered to it or something like that.
A seed is a sample of the original crystallized substance. With a seed crystal, further crystallization
That's what I
of
wanted to say.
glycerin would be easy. However, something very strange happened. Not only did the glycerin encouraged by seed crystals begin to crystallize, even the samples nearby did, even though they were tightly sealed.
Yeah, this is really similar to. It's like somebody whispered to it.
After that day, It doesn't matter where in the world it is. All glycerin crystallizes naturally when cooled to less than 64 degrees.
Why?
Before
Why?
that
Oh.
day, no matter how glycerin
This
was
can't be a
cooled,
coincidence. They both said similar things. This is too weird.
but once
It's
the
too weird.
crystallization had begun,
But I don't understand how they could do
it
what.
was almost like, how do I put it? It was almost like all the glycerin in the world was communicating. Communicating in some way that we can't sense. And now it's
Oh,
happening
so she
everywhere.
knows about this morphogenetic stuff too? Maybe. It was kind of annoying. Oh no. Was honestly impressed. It was in fact a pretty interesting story.
That's pretty interesting. But what does that have to do with Ice 9?
It was surprised it was Santa and not June who answered.
What she's saying is that it's a lot like Ice 9. What happened, I mean.
A lot like? Oh, that would be bad. If water everywhere started freezing at 96 degrees, man.
Oh yeah, all the ice caps would
It'd be
melt.
the end of the world.
Junpei felt that Santa might not be treating the idea of the end of the world with the proper concern. They're in a freezer at the
We're not
moment.
gonna
Yeah.
have to worry about
That's why we're talking about
unless
this
we
stuff.
can get out of here pretty damn quick.
He was right. Junpei
All
shivered.
right, guys. I think that's enough of that. I didn't think we'd get quite this far off topic. I mean, I know I'm kind of at fault here, but we can't be screwing around anymore. I might go by the name Santa right now, but I didn't grow up in Iceland. I freaking hate the cold. So let's get cracking, all right? We gotta find a way out of here.
Santa stomped off, clearly doing his best to pretend the cold wasn't affecting him. Actually, Iceland isn't that cold. It's Greenland that's the cold one.
Selfish, isn't he?
No, he just wants to leave, dude. He's cold. Not selfish. If I was locked in the freezer, I would want to leave too, to be honest. Still, Santa was right. It was high time they got
Ice
back to
9
the
is
set.
interesting and all, but we can discuss it more once we get out of this freezer.
Junpei looked at June, nodded, and resumed his search of the room. Alright, looking. Pork. This is what I heat up. Chicken. It's really hard. Something wrong, Junpei? Your face is bright red. Nothing, I'm fine. If it's that hard, then you could probably use it as a hammer. Yeah, good point. Maybe we can use it to break something. This took me ages to realize last time that I could just pound the dry ice with the chicken. I just wouldn't have. I was expecting to find like a hammer or something, but. Oh, I need the rope. Warm water dripped from the ruptured
Put
pipe
water
manhole.
into the bottle and make sure the lid's now I just have to put...
Done. Yeah, this is all the same. Sounds good, Flying Fox? Yeah, this is really cool. I've done this already, Christmas, on my first playthrough. I'm just looking to figure out the keys.
Well, I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's-
yes, well that's
It's
all.
unlocked!
As long as you understand.
What did I do to unlock it? I have zero idea. And maybe the Ice 9 stuff? Or maybe talking to... It was either... I only did two things differently. And that was the Ice 9 stuff and the Titanic conspiracy theory thing with June. So it's one of those two. Can I just leave then? No, let's finish through because it's a fun.
Hey,
Fun
great
puzzle.
Yeah.
It's not very long. Yeah, we're almost done. Almost done. But yeah, we're gonna. It's mostly gonna be puzzles. So. Oh, that's what I need a knife for. Oh yeah, this is where we found the Saturn key card. Okay. Trying to remember where. Yes, I think it's unlocked now. Alright, we did it.
I think we've been here before.
Okay, so then they find the hospital room. They choose the doors. We choose door 7. So let's jump. Let's jump to here first, and then I'll save my game just in case. So we're jumping to door 7 now. If you guys need any refreshers on anything, just feel free to ask.
You guys ready?
This game is great. I'm enjoying it a lot. There's one thing that's locked here. Yeah, this is what it was last time as well, I believe. Yeah. I have a feeling that the keys unlock that. Well, that's what it did for this ending, the safe ending. I have a feeling I need to have all these unlocked. But I don't know what locks them, etc, etc. Hi Dream, of course I remember you, dude. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, people really like this song. Oh, I need to... Oh. Why not use the scalpel here? Okay. Hi. Run fell apart at Iron Gate 5, unfortunately, near the end of Eggman's missions. There we go. Okay. I believe there wasn't much else here apart from pipe. Hey now, let's go through the pipe and escape. Junpei, we already tried that. Junpei, are you flexible like an octopus or something? Since we're not octopi, we can't go. Oh, that's it. Okay. Oops. Awesome, it unlocked. 3, 4. Anything else? Pick up? I think there was. No, was it? Oh yes, blue and red liquid. Ah,
Think
yeah.
we should go back?
Yeah, I think that.
This is when Seven. Yeah, so Seven mentions stuff about the ethyl.
This
What was it exactly called? Yeah,
ethylene diamine tartrate?
ethylene diamine tartrate.
Yeah, that's right.
What kind of
It's
Why would they have
Whispered
something?
to it.
well,
What was it?
fuck
And it
yeah. Well, I happened about there was they were making it to sell.
we've been through all this before.
Like the molecules were communicating with one another, transmitting information in a way humans couldn't perceive.
Oh. So the ice. Junpei's saying something different here because of the Ice 9 stuff from earlier.
This phenomena spread throughout the world, right?
Ah. Junpei looked up at Seven with half a smirk. Seven stared at him, dumbfounded.
Yeah, that's it exactly. But how did you know?
I heard another story, kind of like that one,
When?
It's cool.
in the freezer.
In the freeze.
What? The freezer?
Yeah, June told me.
Junpei told Seven the story he'd heard from June in the freezer in the kitchen. How one day glycerin began to crystallize. And the story of ice that wouldn't melt at room temperature, in bold, for some reason. When Junpei was done, Seven looked thoughtful. Absent-mindedly rubbed the scar on his chin.
Ice that doesn't melt at room temperature, huh?
That sounds familiar?
Yeah, hold on. I feel like I can remember something. It's right there.
He knows about it too? Seven squinted. His eyes stared off into space as if he were trying desperately to focus
Do you?
far away.
Do you know about Ice 9?
Ice 9? Ice 9. Ice 9. Ice.
Ice.
That's it. I remember now. That woman, she's on this boat.
That woman?
Alice!
Alice?
Who's Alice?
Come on. The woman who won't melt at room temperature.
What?
Huh?
It became clear to Seven that Junpei had no idea what. Yeah, me neither. Who's Alice? He ran his hand across his face and took a deep breath.
You know how the Titanic sank on April 15th, 1912, right?
Yeah, more than 1,500 people died. Worst maritime accident in history. What about it?
Did you hear about the boat that was sent to collect the dead bodies?
I think that was the RMS Carpathia, right? It was a cruise liner, just like the Titanic.
This isn't stuff that everyone knows.
No, that was the ship that picked up the survivors. The ship that collected the dead bodies was the CS McKay Bennett. The McKay Bennett showed up on April 17th, 2 days after the accident. It
This
set out
is
from
so
Halifax,
weird,
Canada,
dude.
and recovered 306 bodies. The Atlantic that far north was really cold. It would have to be for there to be icebergs and stuff.
I mean, this is cool trivia. I would love to learn about this in history or something. But it's just weird that it's included in this game. There has to be a
The
reason.
bodies they pulled
It's
out
not
of
just
the
some
water
red
frozen
red
solid.
herring.
This isn't a very nice story. So, what happened next?
Thanks, Tappy.
Well, they say the McKay Bennett recovered something more than just dead bodies.
If it turns out it's just some red herring, I'm gonna be pretty
There were various
disappointed.
bits of stuff floating around.
But I doubt
Things the
it.
drowned had carried with them, or stuff that dislodged as the ship sank. One of the things they found was a coffin.
A coffin?
Yeah, a wooden one. The craftsman who made it must have been pretty skilled. It wasn't just a wooden coffin. It was all wood, no nails, no reinforcements, no gaps in the wood anywhere. The thing was airtight. The crew got pretty curious about what might be inside it and opened it up. They had to get a wedge and hammer it open. It was so well made. Inside, they found a woman, or I guess you should say they found the dead body of a woman. Her hair was thick and black, and her skin rich brown with no blemishes or signs of decomposition. They say that she looked gorgeous, like a goddess. She was obviously dead, but everyone who looked at her said she just looked like she was sleeping.
Sorry, I'm on the camera.
Her skin was so lifelike, she looked like she might wake up any minute. And she didn't, though.
Am I gonna finish the game today? I have zero idea. Get it? I have zero idea.
Like the rest of the bodies they found, she was frozen solid. Eventually, the McKay Bennett finished searching and returned to Halifax. The 306 bodies were unloaded and taken ashore. However, it was warm enough that they began to thaw. They say that the stink was horrible. But there was one body that didn't thaw, and that was...
The girl in the coffin.
That's right. Everybody thought for sure that she'd melt and start to rot like the rest of them eventually. But weeks passed and nothing happened. Then a month passed, and another. And it was summer, and she was still frozen solid.
Interesting.
After a while, people started to say she was some sort of miracle.
Miracle
Rumors
was
about her
involved as
started
well.
to spread. People came to visit Halifax from all over. After a while, people started to call her All Ice.
The book! The book! The book! Which book? The book. Which, where is it? I haven't reached there yet in this one. But there was a book in this escape room that was labeled All Ice. That has to be okay. I need to reach that. I'm definitely getting up to there today.
Alice.
100%. Because they're gonna say something different when I get there.
Long.
Oh, I'm dumb. Why didn't that click when I heard Alice? Only when they said All Ice.
Well,
I totally forgot about it until
there, the next
until
day
they
she
said
wasn't.
All Ice.
They say someone snuck into where they were keeping her and stole the body. With the body gone, the rumors followed pretty quickly. And after a while, no one remembered her. You might be able to find something about her if you could find a newspaper from back then, but that's about it.
Wait, you just said that she was on this boat.
Yeah, I did. Alice has got to be somewhere on this ship.
Now, why the hell would you say something like that?
Yeah.
Because I know.
What?
And just what is it you know?
No.
What happened to Alice after she was stolen?
Thank God.
Okay. Tell me, what happened to Alice?
Devon nodded slowly and took on the look of a man recalling something long buried.
Well, around that time, the word was that there was a special black market in New York. All millionaires from all over the world. I've heard that Alice went up for auction there. The person who won the auction was Lord Dashiell Gordain.
Oh, Gordain.
Heard that name before,
That sounds
right?
familiar.
Lord Gordain. Oh, isn't he the guy who bought the Gigantic?
Yeah,
The Titanic
yeah.
sister ship.
Yeah, that's him. Although I guess he hadn't done that yet.
What do you mean?
Gordain bought Alice in 1912. 4 years later, in 1916, he bought the Gigantic, and he hid Alice somewhere on the Gigantic. But nobody knows where. He died in 1931, and apparently he died without ever telling anyone where Alice was hidden. However,
What?
well, he did have one close friend who asked him, "Where is Alice?" And he said, "Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge beneath the navel of the Gigantic."
What the hell is that? Is
Yeah.
it some kind of riddle?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Devon threw his hands up
So
in
that's
defeat.
it. Whatever you think, I believe it. She's hidden somewhere on the Gigantic. In other words, she's hidden somewhere on this ship.
Before Junpei could dispute Seven's rather bizarre claim, as Junpei was trying to figure out what on earth he was going to say next, Clover's shrill voice pierced the room.
Hey, what are you two doing over there? Stop wasting time and get over here.
Don't blame her.
Okay, we're coming.
Jeez.
Seven looked at Junpei.
Yeah, so anyway, that's the story. It might be useful someday. Don't forget it.
With that cryptic remark, he turned and left the room.
Alice. Huh.
Junpei was left behind to ponder what he just heard. He tried to remember what Junior told him earlier.
That mummy wasn't just a normal mummy. They say that she
Oh,
was
yeah! Oh my god, I didn't remember that either! What?
The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way through to when it got put on the Titanic.
This was really early on in my first playthrough. It was the first escape room that we did. She mentioned this when we were in the bedroom of the B class cabin. She mentioned this.
Even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted.
Totally forgot about it.
Then was that Egyptian priestess Alice? Did the water in her body become Ice 9? No, that's nuts.
Second? No, it's the first one. This one. This is the first. Oh. You mean Junpei escaping from the... Okay.
There's no way somebody like that could exist.
Junpei shook his head, trying desperately to clear it, and then followed Seven to the operating room, where Clover was waiting. Hey, I wonder what this thing is. Oh yeah. I thought Clover was waiting for me. Oh. Yeah, that didn't click until they mentioned it again. These are unlocked now. Aha! Can I just keep going? I like doing the rooms again. They're fun. I might need something anyway. Yeah, the tree. Unfortunately. Just playing through this now. I believe that's everything. What per body parts? Yeah. Oh my god, I'm a genius. This way. Jupiter key. So we did get the Jupiter key here. Alright.
Hey, hold on.
They stopped about
what's up?
Where's
the doorknob. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I need to give Clover the thing. The 4-leaf clover thing. Gave a small shake, but she still did not respond. The silence grew heavier.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't know why, but suddenly Junpei remembered the thing had been given. So this is what I did earlier. In my first playthrough too.
Hey, did you know?
Did you miss this, Rocky? You should go back and watch this. My first playthrough.
Each leaf means something. Hope, faith,
Because she
love,
thinks
and luck.
Snake might be dead.
That's what a 4-leaf. Take it. Listen to no matter what happens. You have to remember. If you can remember all of those,
Yeah.
that'll bring you good luck.
Hope, faith, love, and luck.
Snake, I mean, your brother. He's alive somewhere.
Oh, she's still sad.
just gotta
She's
believe
sad
it.
the entire time. Ever since Snake went missing, she's been sad.
Thank you.
Her voice was tiny and broken, and as she spoke, she started to cry. She tried to hide her tears by looking at the floor, but it did little good. She wiped away tears with her baggy arms of her jacket, but more quickly took their place. No matter how she tried, she couldn't stop crying. Yeah, but we don't know that. We only know that now. She definitely doesn't know that.
Thank you.
She said it again. Then she looked up at Junpei and seemed to choke down the loss of her grief. She did her best to smile. Junpei wiped an errant tear from her cheek with his thumb and gave her the best smile he could manage.
Seven's waiting for us at the exit.
But still, she didn't move. Oh yeah, and then they talk about the Theseus ship
I guess
experiment
I mean,
and lock socks.
oh, no, no.
Oh, don't.
Yeah.
What is the cross my?
Really?
Really?
I don't think there's anything new here. Guessing. Yeah, doesn't look like there's anything new. Yeah, we haven't found the body at this point either. It's only after they go through door 3. Oh, that's it. Okay. Well, then we regroup. They go through door 3, they find Snake's body, Guy X, whoever Guy X is. Then we choose to go with Ace. This is where we go through door 3. This is door 3. But they go through door 3 anyway. At this point, they always go through door 3. Okay, then we go through door 1 with Clover and Ace. Why is this unlocked now? This is the chart room. What happened in the chart room? We talked to Clover about who her brother's killer could be. This is when she's getting kind of murderous, but we don't know that yet. Welcome back, Ned. Dude, things started to click for me. I forgot about the whole coffin thing that June mentioned, and then the all ice book until Seven specifically said the words all ice. I still have no idea what relevance that has to what we're doing right now, but there's apparently some woman named Alice who's frozen in a coffin somewhere on the ship. That's it. That's all I know. I don't know why. And still got the pocket watch. Oh, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Pocket watch, man. Take a look.
Hey, man. What are you doing over in this room?
Oh, I just thought I'd come check up on the two of you. Is there a problem?
Yeah, there is.
Ace's eyebrows went up.
You checked on us. Now get out of here. We split this stuff up for a reason, all right?
That's a lie.
Okay.
We didn't have to split up the work. I just want to talk to Clover alone. That's
Yeah,
why
he
I
leaves
came.
anyway.
There's something I want to ask her. And I don't want any. I'm pretty sure Clover won't. That's why when Ace showed up again, I got a little desperate. I had to make him leave.
Good guy, Ace. Excuse me.
Oh, I see. Of course.
No. I can't believe I ever thought he was good.
I apologize for the intrusion. Well, best of luck.
As Ace gave Junpei a knowing pat on the shoulder and that. Yeah, so then we talk. We talked to Clover here about her brother's killers. So it could be.
Why?
Why don't we just...
Okay, got it. Let's do that then.
Why don't we just assume it's
Then
Junpei?
who do you think...
They don't give an option. Oops. Or ace in the ninth man. I mean, all the others are wrong.
Would it be Santa? The 3? Wait.
What's wrong?
Well,
That's what I said. If it was,
hey, don't you? Well, there might be other.
well, are you?
Okay, we just talked out here. I don't think there's anything else, is there? We talked to Ace. I don't think he gave us any options. I don't think I have to do this then.
Well, what have we got left?
E.
Do you think that's likely? If there were,
Well,
and besides, they could have, but they did. If they were,
oh, I see. Anyway, it seems
yeah,
that's. But why?
they're
Ace comes back. Yeah, Ace. Yeah, Ace is. This is the first thing that made me suspicious about Ace, is when he just didn't react to the fact that I had the choice to choose my own room. Just like, if I was a good guy and that happened to me, I would be really suspicious. Anyway, let's jump to the captain's quarters then. Anyway, it doesn't matter now. We know Ace is bad. The places we haven't looked. There's 2 things I have to do in this room apparently. Trying to unlock all the keys. I've done most of them. These 2. Yeah. The red? I'm guessing these red keys were to open this one. I don't know what the keys specifically were because I just did the ending and it opened. But yeah, I don't know. This has to be Zero's room, right? Which means the dead guy here was Zero, who had the Zero bracelet, which is 6 for some reason.
Huh.
Junpei snorted with grim humor for the second time since he'd come into the room. The 4 screens along the bottom had a single letter, each spelling out
It's
zero.
like he's making fun of.
What do you think?
He turned to Clover, who was standing next to him. Clover nodded.
nothing.
It seemed that she cared about little. Of course, Junpei could hardly blame her. Given the strain she was surely under, Junpei was somewhat surprised she had responded at all. Still, he had to ask. He gestured towards the corpse.
What about him? Do you think that's really Zero?
I mean, who else would it be? Clover shook her head weakly.
There's no way that's him. Didn't I tell you already? Zero is one of us.
Yeah, right. Well, even if he wasn't one of us, there's no way that man could be Zero.
What happened in which one? The safe ending? It's the other. Shut up, Akura.
Huh?
Don't you get it? The letters that spell Zero on the TV screen, the captain's clothes he's got on, and of course, the
Wait.
bracelet with a 0 on it.
This is new. He didn't say this last time.
It's too obvious.
Did he?
Look, this is Zero right here. This dead body is Zero. Isn't that kind of fishy?
You're right. Only an idiot wouldn't see through something like that.
No, that's not the point. I'm not trying to make fun of them for thinking a trick like this would work. I'm sure they didn't think it would work, which makes me wonder.
I think this is a challenge. A challenge from the person who's really behind all of this. He's making fun of us.
What? Because I thought it was 0? But why would I think otherwise? I don't. Shush! Stop calling me. I'm going off stream. Bye, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Hi. Did you just come in here and try to spoil? Go away.
Don't you get it?
I know. My brother just told me. Nice.
If whoever killed this guy really wanted us to think this corpse was Zero, they'd never have put a bracelet on him. Walking around with a Zero bracelet would be like hanging a sign around your neck that said, "I did it!"
Still, no, I don't appreciate
Anyone
it.
with a brain would be able to see that this guy is supposed to look like everything Zero is supposed to be. Just like we did. The killer must have known we wouldn't think he was Zero and put the bracelet on him anyway. Do you know why?
Why?
Like I said, he's mocking us. Too bad, suckers, this isn't Zero.
Where's the real me then? See if you can catch me.
So Zero did this on purpose. But who's the body? Who's the person that he would just
It's
kill?
the same bad joke a lot of criminals like to play. They'll just sit back and watch people run in circles.
That's really twisted. But it almost seems kind of childish.
Yeah, you're right. It's really childish. It's like it's just a game to whoever this person is. That's what seems funny to me.
Junpei bent down next to the corpse.
Alright, let's get back to the point. Who killed this man?
I don't know.
And what's this guy's deal? Who is he?
It wasn't Ace. Because Ace came into the room at the same time as us. And the door was locked, so it had to have been Zero.
How would I know that? If I knew anything, I would have told you.
You have no idea who he is.
Why would I?
Junpei sat back on his haunches and
We
thought.
should check and see if he's got anything on him that might tell us who he is. Give me a hand here, Clover.
Huh?
We gotta flip him over. How else are we gonna search his pockets?
Clover didn't move.
Okay, fine. Guess I'll do it.
Junpei had no choice but to move the body on his own.
Here we go.
He grabbed hold of an area not completely covered in blood and shoved. It took a moment, but eventually Junpei felt the man's bulk began to shift. Just as it did,
Huh?
something fell from the man's left wrist. Oh,
Hey, it's the...
the bracelet was Zero. So this time we get it. Yeah, this is new. This is completely new.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only two ways to do so. One, you escape from this tube. In other words,
Oh god.
Junpei stared at the bracelet.
This man... He's dead, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
No, it's just... I guess I didn't really think about it until right now.
Oh,
if his
okay.
bracelet's off, that means he's dead.
Well, it's pretty obvious that he's dead. You don't really need to
Junpei.
look at his bracelet to figure out that he's dead.
He realized it wasn't Zero, but he didn't realize that the body was dead.
Yeah. I guess you're right.
Okay.
It is pretty obvious.
Okay.
Well, he looks a lot
Alright,
better than
Junpei.
the other bodies we've seen, though. You know?
Why would you say that? Dude, the other body was a brother, as far as you know, Junpei.
I mean, if there wasn't all this blood, he'd almost look like he was still alive. I mean, I know it's kind of a messed up thing to say, but he kind of has it better. Dying from a bomb going off inside of you, I mean, that's just...
Take it back, Junpei's not my favorite character.
Some of Snake's bones went right through his skin.
Oh.
I think the explosion must have thrown him against a wall or something. There was a broken bone just sticking out of his left arm.
Oh my god, she's gonna tell us that it's not that he's. Oh my god, she's gonna tell us. She's gonna tell us. We find out now! Suddenly, Junpei realized what he was saying. How could he have been so... I guess it was good that he said something. He clasped his hand over his mouth, but it was already too late. He turned to look at Clover. Wow! I would have found out so much earlier that it wasn't Snake. What did I do differently? Is this solely to do with the Ice 9 stuff?
What did you just say?
So she's gonna tell us that it wasn't Snake. Her words sounded cold. He knew an apology could hardly atone for what he'd done, but he tried anyway.
Oh man, I am so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I really don't know what I was thinking. I mean...
No, that's not what I'm talking about. What did you say about his arm?
Yeah.
Yes, his left arm. You said it, didn't you?
This is so cool.
Yeah,
I'm so glad I didn't do this in my first playthrough, because this would have been a huge bummer later on.
Did you see it too?
Of course not. I could barely look at him. There's no way I was gonna see the details.
Clover took a quick deep breath.
Are you sure it was his left arm?
Junpei thought back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
And he had a broken bone, right?
What the hell are you getting at here?
So Clover's not gonna kill us?
Just shut up and answer me!
He shoved her face closer to his. He could see the fire in her eyes. Junpei winced and swallowed.
He did. It was pretty bad too. The bone was sticking out of the arm.
No sooner were the words out of his mouth than Clover's expression
Clover?
changed.
What's wrong? Look, I'm sorry if I said anything.
Suddenly she was crying. Junpei wasn't sure what to do. If this was my first playthrough, I would be so confused right now. It was close to the last thing he had expected to hear.
What are you...
Junpei had no idea what had just happened. He didn't think he'd done anything worthy of thanks, and he couldn't understand why she would have chosen that moment to begin crying. So he simply stood there, confused.
Thank you so much, Junpei.
She thanked him again, and then something even stranger happened. Aww. Clover threw herself into Junpei's surprised arms.
Hey, what's going on with you?
I'm sorry, it's just... I'm so happy!
Why?
The body in the shower room, it isn't his! It isn't my brother!
Aww. Different kind of smile. This is the good kind of smile.
Huh?
It's not Snake!
Why on earth would you think that?
Because his left arm is...
She stopped
I'm
herself.
sorry. I really shouldn't be talking about this.
Junpei decided it would be prudent not to press her for any information. If she did not wish to tell him, she certainly had a reason for doing so. That's okay, we already know. Perhaps more importantly, however, if Clover was so certain, then she was likely right. That meant that the body in the shower room wasn't Snake. It wasn't much, but that knowledge lifted some of the weight from Junpei's heart.
He's still alive. I'm so happy.
Tears shone in her eyes. Wait, so Snake is still locked in the coffin in this ending? I guess. Those tears melted Junpei's heart. As she cried, she had pushed herself up against his chest like a child. Junpei put his arms around her and held her tight.
I'm so glad. Junpei, you were right.
Huh?
No
Well, we don't
matter
know
what happens,
where the coffin
you can
is.
never lose hope.
Because the coffin is through a door in this ending, I mean. Because the coffin is through this door. We haven't gone that way. Oh, but the others find it. Oh, we're gonna wait. So if Clover doesn't kill us, then maybe we all go together to door 9. Oh, okay.
You have to remember what's most important, and that's to have faith and to have love.
These words again.
If you can remember all of those, that'll bring you
Hope,
good luck.
faith, love, and love. Imagine if she's just debating us and she kills us anyway. Imagine if chat is also debating me, making me think that this is good, and then she grabs the axe anyway. And then that's the other ending, and then that's the end of the game. That would... Clover reached into her pocket and pulled something out. Okay, it's the okay. I figured. It was a laminated bookmark with a 4-leaf clover.
I only made it here because you gave me this. I was suspicious of everybody. I was angry and miserable, but because I had this 4-leaf clover, because of what you said to me,
Yeah.
I said it to you in the first playthrough, and you still killed me. Junpei hadn't thought his words would have had such an effect on her. Her words making... Sorry, I'm laughing at myself. Her words were making him feel a little more awkward.
Thank you so much, Junpei.
She looked up at him. He scratched his nose and pretended to notice something interesting somewhere else in the room.
Oh, if you really want to thank somebody, you should be thanking Santa.
Santa? Why?
Well, he was the one who gave me that thing. And the words for each leaf, I got that from him too.
Oh.
This is really cute. And suddenly, Clover broke away from Junpei.
Huh?
He looked confused. He hadn't thought she'd react that poorly. Clover began to pace across the room. Oh, because she thinks Santa and Seven still killed the other person. So she's wondering. She's thinking about it. 6 steps to the left, 6 steps to the right, another 6 to the left. And then she stopped.
Did Santa really tell you those things?
Her eyes were serious but not angry. Yeah, she's thinking about it.
Yeah, he did. Did I say something wrong?
Oh no, not at all. In fact, this could be really good news, I think.
You think?
Santa knew about the words and the clover. The only people who should know about that are the other subjects.
What are you talking about?
Subjects?
The other people who were in the experiment 9 years ago, with my brother and me.
She was there as well? What? The game never said that! What? Why wouldn't Zero say that as well? What? What? The Zero's note specifically just said the person with the number 2 bracelet had been in the game before. Why wouldn't he just say it 2 and 4? Why? What?
But he's blind, and I was part of the Nevada test group.
What?
So neither of us would be able to recognize the faces of the people who were on this boat.
Whoa. Okay, time out.
Junpei held up his hands. He took a deep breath and let
Let's
it out.
just calm down for a second.
Oh, right. Junpei knows nothing about the other experiment in this ending. Because yeah.
Start from the top. Don't start with the end and then jump to the middle. You gotta start with 1 and then move to 2 and 3 and 4 and so on. If you don't tell me stuff in the right order, I'm never gonna be able to figure it out.
I already know it, though.
Okay.
Because I've done everything else. Clover nodded.
Alright, let's start with this experiment. What happened on this boat 9 years ago?
Do you know about morphogenetic fields?
I don't... Yeah, was everyone part of the experiment? I don't understand. I don't understand. Why does she know about the morphogenetic stuff too? He did, and then the realization sent chills down Junpei's spine.
How about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
I think Lotus mentioned something.
Junpei recounted what Lotus had told him earlier. Clover nodded.
Telepathy, huh? Well, that's not really it, but I suppose it's similar.
So they were testing telepathy on this ship?
Yeah, I guess so.
So, what exactly did they have you guys do?
The same thing that we're doing now. Exactly the same thing.
What?
The Nonary game. 9 people were put on this boat, and 9 others were put in the building in Nevada, and the game started.
Oh, there were 18 in total. There were 2 different ones. I didn't know that before. Junpei grabbed the sides of his head. Yeah, me too, dude.
Look, I'm sorry, but I don't get it. What do the Nonary game and some telepathy experiment have to do with each other? Am I missing something here?
Clover bit her lip. She blinked back sudden tears. What had happened to her in
The
Nevada?
ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of them. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger. You know how sometimes when you're up against a really tough problem, and then the answer just kind of pops in your head? That's an epiphany, and what you learn from the epiphany can be transmitted with telepathy. When you add danger to that equation, then it gets easier to transmit that information over telepathy.
So you're saying the Nonary game was supposed to introduce that element of danger?
Yeah, but it couldn't be just any old danger. It had to be life and death. And someone did actually die. A girl.
Junpei felt the sudden grip of despair on his heart. Something deep and distant and powerful squeezed, and for a moment he felt very, very empty and alone. Alright, so let's see. Ace was the one who started the previous game. Clover was part of it, so was Snake. Santa is a question mark. I'm a question mark. I don't have anything to do about it until now. So is June. June's a question mark too. Seven was the cop who tried to discover it, or did discover it, and then Lotus had kids involved in it, and then the ninth man, we don't know anything. So it's, I have to find out stuff about Santa, how Santa's related to it. He seems related to it in some way, and myself and June, I guess.
She was on the boat with my brother. I was in Nevada. I never met her, but I did hear her name. Her name was...
Are you serious? They're not going to tell me the name of the person? It probably doesn't mean anything anyway, but it's fine. I got debated! The sound of the door opening was like a gunshot. Junpei spun around.
Oh, my apologies. I seem to have disturbed you.
Ace.
You two must have strong stomachs.
Yeah, I mean, it probably doesn't matter anyway.
I can't imagine how you could stay in this room for so long.
She'll probably just tell us later. Ace glanced down at the floor. At the corpse covered in blood.
At any rate, Junpei, would you be so kind as to come and help me with something? I'm having a little trouble and I could really use your assistance. Come on, it'll only take a moment.
With that, he turned and walked back towards the communications office. Clover waited until he was out of sight, and then spoke in a small, quiet voice.
I don't want Ace to hear us. We can talk about this later.
Huh? Hey, wait!
Clover ignored him. From outside, Junpei could hear Ace calling.
Junpei, what are you doing in there? Hurry up!
Grumbling to himself, Junpei stomped off towards the communications office. What did Ace want me to do? Do I just have to do all the stuff? That's one. Something else. Oh, do I need the book as well? The book was in here, I believe. Oh no? Where's the book? Steam train? Oh. Yeah. Oh, I have to do this, but I need the thing, this thing. Oh. Did I not combine these? No? Oh, I did. Maybe I'm missing something else? Oh, I need to open it first. Okay, cool. The red file lay in the drawer. Yeah. Let's see if he says something different about this. Junpei reached down and picked it up.
Looks like there's something on the cover. ALLICE. All ice. Alice. Does this mean?
Junpei couldn't hold back. He had to know what was in that file. Each page was covered with strange characters. They looked like tiny drawings of birds, snakes, and insects, horned animals, wings, and even kneeling humans. There were many pages in the file, and each was full of these strange symbols.
What the hell is this?
Hi, Kwanda! Yeah, just in time. He didn't realize he'd spoken out loud until Ace looked
They're
over at him.
hieroglyphs, a form of writing used in ancient Egypt.
Ancient Egypt?
That's right.
Can you read them?
Of course, I can't.
What the hell?
Junpei flipped through a few more pages. It wasn't just one or two, yeah, it's the whole
Whoa,
book. Trying to read them was pointless. Junpei wasn't going to waste any more time with them. He made to close the file, and something fell out.
What's...
He bent down and picked it up.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Uranus.
Something's written on the bottom. Bottom deck library. This must be the key to the library, then.
So it would seem.
Bottom deck library. Oh.
Junpei remembered something he heard from Seven when they'd been in the chemical closet. Did he mention a library?
Seven said something like...
Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge beneath the navel of the gigantic...
Oh, the Forest of Knowledge is a library. Ha 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 ha.
Beneath the navel, I mean the bottom deck, and the Forest of Knowledge is the library?
Okay.
Then could Alice be in a room somewhere beyond the library?
Okay.
What's wrong? Something on your mind?
Should have realized. Junpei blinked. Only then did he notice Ace looking at him. Curiosity and concern written across his face in equal parts.
Yeah. I just remembered something.
Is that so? What about?
Well, don't laugh, okay?
There was no reason for Junpei to hide his thoughts. He began to explain his theory. No! Yeah, don't explain it to Ace. It's fine. Who cares about Ace? And then he stopped. It wouldn't make any sense if Ace didn't know who Alice was supposed to be. So he told Ace everything that Juna told him.
The Egyptian priestess and Ice 9.
No, we don't need to tell him any of this crap. He's bad.
Recovered from the Titanic disaster.
No.
They called her All Ice, which eventually turned into Alice. And she
No.
was purchased by an English
Ew.
millionaire who called himself Lord Gordain. According to Seven, this ship is where he hid Alice.
And you think that he hid her in a small room?
I know, I know, but it's it's annoying knowing that, knowing. I know Junpei doesn't know, but he should know, and it's just Just wanna He stared off into the distance, his hand slowly and absent-mindedly stroking his beard. After a few moments, his hand stopped. He turned slowly to look at Junpei, and his brows drew together.
Have you ever heard of the term CAS?
CAS?
It stands for Cells Alive System. It is an advanced technology for freezing and preserving organic matter. Put simply, it is a technique that allows one to freeze things without the formation of ice crystals. Normally, if you freeze something fresh, water within its cells expands as it crystallizes, damaging the cell membrane. CAS, however, works differently. The object to be frozen is supercooled using magnetic fields, and then frozen instantly and uniformly, giving ice crystals no time to form. It was originally developed for the preservation of food, as an alternative to the normal freezing process. Now, however,
I'm just letting it go, Tapioca. It's
for
fine.
other things.
What do you mean, other things?
Well, there are obvious medical uses, but perhaps also space travel.
Space travel?
Surely you've heard of suspended animation. cryogenic freezing? It's a fairly common idea in science fiction books and films. People are sometimes frozen for especially lengthy journeys through space.
That was when Junpei understood what Ace was suggesting.
Whoa, wait a minute there.
Ace looked at him and raised an eyebrow.
Are you saying that Alice was frozen using that cast thing?
Well, I'm sure the possibility is quite low, but
Yeah.
it is a possibility. If this special ice you call Ice 9 does indeed exist, and casts were used to freeze her into that sort of ice instantaneously.
You think she could be alive?
Well, I can't say for sure, of course. I'm only talking about possibilities. The melting point for Ice 9 is 96 degrees, right? If she were put somewhere where
So
she
she's
could reach that
alive?
temperature,
On this ship,
That's
frozen?
nuts. Are you really saying she could have defrosted and started walking about?
you're quite right. It does sound
Is she Zero? No, that would be weird, right? I don't
would have an
know.
explanation for the man we found dead on the floor.
You mean the guy dressed like a captain?
Yes. He was dead when we found him. Clearly, he was murdered. But if he was murdered, then by whom? It couldn't have been one of us. That would be impossible. In order to enter the captain's quarters, one must first open door 1.
Yeah, this is what I was
That door that
thinking about all
requires
this.
the Earth key prevented us from accessing door 1. Who was it that opened that door?
Santa and Lotus.
Right. Clearly, the two of them could not have opened door 1, or any other door for that matter. Who else then could have done so?
Junpei thought for a second.
Nobody. After Santa and Lotus used the Earth Key, they turned back and met up with me and June. Then we returned to the large hospital room and found Ace, Seven, and Clover. While we'd gone into the shower room, Ace, Seven, and Clover had stayed behind. But it's impossible for those three to open door 1. But what about when June and I took the elevator to door 2? No, still won't work. We were only gone 5 minutes. No human being could have run to the captain's quarters and killed that guy in there and run back that fast.
It would be impossible for any of us to be the murderer, that being the case. Who could have killed him? Wouldn't it make sense if his killer was someone who had been in the ship for some time? A person like that would know the ship well. They would know the locations of all the hidden passages and secret doors. The numbered door would mean nothing to someone like that. It would be a simple thing for them to enter the captain's quarters.
Then you're saying the killer was Alice?
It was Junpei's turn to raise an eyebrow. Ace drew his thumb across his lips thoughtfully.
Well, this is all only one possible theory.
All ice. Alice, is she really somewhere on the ship?
Junpei had only one clue. The key card in his
Maybe
hand.
this card will give me access to the Forest of Knowledge and the big mystery. What could be there beyond the Forest of Knowledge? Anyway, whatever. It's gonna have to wait. I can't do anything. I'll come back to this later.
He gripped the key card tighter and shoved it deep into his pocket. Everything is unlocked. Get up, please. So hopefully that should get the other ending. Yeah, the curse is starting to drift again. What was E again? Yes, at the moment. They stepped out of the captain's quarters and into another hallway. The hallway stretched out in front of Junpei for a bit, before turning left like a great backwards L.
Alright, let's go.
Junpei rounded the corner and took off down the straightway. He ran, and ran, and ran, At the end of the hallway was a
That's
door.
the next door.
He made straight for it.
Wait, a piece of paper.
He was nearly halfway to it when he noticed a piece of paper in the middle of the floor. This is new. Junpei skidded to a halt.
Is...
He dropped down to his hands and knees and quickly tore the paper off the floor. Oh, it's the bottom deck of the ship.
Interior for A deck.
Bottom?
What's wrong?
Not the bottom. Top. A, slightly slower by virtue of his advanced age, had finally caught up to Junpei.
I found a map for this floor.
I didn't find this map last time. Probably because I was about to get axed, but anyway. He showed Ace what he had snatched from the wall. He looked at it long enough to determine what it was and nodded.
I see.
With that, he began running again past Junpei. Did
Well,
we?
that was
I don't remember this.
climactic. I should keep this though.
Did I? As he stomped around the corner, he saw her. I guess. I don't remember. I think I was. You know what? I was probably too concerned about about the axe stuff. That's probably what happened. She was standing in her hand on the. Wait.
Clover!
Huh?
What are you doing? Why are you doing this again?
What the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
No. What? No. Why are you doing this again? Why are you doing this again? Why are you doing this again? Whoever had unconsciously put her hands over the pocket of her jacket. This is exactly what happened last time. Why is she doing this again?
What the hell is that?
What?
Your brother is alive. You said I was fine. Can you not kill me this time, please? You know that. You know. You know that he's alive. Please don't.
A note.
A note?
Yeah, I found it in the pocket of the guy with the captain's clothes. It said something about the darkness of the sinister hand or something.
Oh, okay.
No,
This
not
is
right.
new. But Junpei wasn't going to get to see it. From the other end of the hall, he heard Ace's voice.
Hey, Junpei, Clover, what are you two doing? Hurry up!
He's getting mad.
Clover shrugged.
I'll show it to you later, all right? Come on, we gotta hurry.
But before Junpei could protest, she was gone. Okay, I don't think she has the axe then. I hope. Around the corner and off down the long stem of the elm. A note? A note? Junpei was curious. There was something else that bothered him.
From the look of that pocket, it doesn't particularly look like just a note.
She probably took the bracelet as well.
Jeez, what are you thinking? For crying out loud.
Junpei did his best to convince himself that it would make sense later and ran off after Clover. See, you said that last time when there was an axe sticking out of her back. This time it makes more sense. But, okay. Junpei, you're silly. Junpei pushed through the door and found himself in a large room with a large set of stairs.
Big stairs. So this is where it ends up. Just like it says on the map.
It's okay. It's unlocked. My headache is getting worse, and I'm not sure if I should keep going right now. Because I feel like this is not too bad of a stopping point.
Ace, did he head down? Oh, there he is.
Look, the 4 others are there too.
Yeah, I've had a headache for about the last 4 hours, and I've been trying to, and I took medicine for it, but it's
Let's
still
join
pretty
them.
bad. I just want to hear the cool music. They reached the B deck at the same time.
Jumpy, Clover.
Junpei's face was excited.
What's up?
Yeah, so they find the 9 door.
We found
Found what?
the
What did you find?
last. We found.
What?
Yeah. I'm probably gonna stop now. Yeah. I think this is a good stopping point. No, I've had this for like the last 4 hours, and it hurts. It hurts quite bad. Because I think if I don't stop now, I'm gonna have to go all the way to the end, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's not just. I really, really doubt that it's just gonna be that little question mark. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be more than that, because there's still so much more that I still don't know about. So it's not just gonna be another 20 minutes. It's gonna be another couple hours. I'm pretty sure. Which is why I think it's probably best for me to stop now. Yeah. But
Come on, Just follow us. We'll explain on
Yeah,
the way.
I'll again, like I said, I wanted to do this in 2 streams anyway, so I'm gonna do more on Sunday night. No stream tomorrow, no stream Saturday. I'm gonna be busy both those days, all day, and no stream early on Sunday, but late on Sunday. So around this time, a little earlier, probably around 7 p.m. on Sunday is when I'll probably start again, start back up. Once you guys don't mind waiting a few days. Of course, you're welcome to download the games and play them yourselves if you really can't. Really can't wait. But yeah, Sunday night. That's gonna be the next stream. But yeah, you guys are great. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm sorry I can't keep going right now. I would if this wasn't too bad, but it is pretty bad. I'm gonna go lie down, get some food or something. But you guys are great. Let's see if there's anyone. The host, because I'm excited. I really want to see the end of this, and I was trying to push through it, but it's getting pretty bad, and I don't think it's a wise idea right now. So let's see. I'm gonna host Blue Mania because he's doing Generations runs for SGDQ. He's really cool.